What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with a hotly anticipated collection. You guys have been asking for it and I have it. This is the Modern Love collection from Melt Cosmetics. I went ahead and purchased the whole box set. So we're going to be using every single product here today. There was one shade of the gel liner that I didn't wind up using in the eye look. However, I did swatch it, so you are going to see everything. We're getting our money's worth. We're getting every penny's worth out of this collection. I'm going to be doing this look right here in this video today, and I'll also swatch each of the glosses, and we will get to see a little bit of everything. I understand that you guys probably have things that you're more interested in than others in the collection if you're not planning to buy the whole thing. So I'll timestamp where you can see each of the types of products in the description down below if you want to just jump to that part. That way it's more convenient for you. Don't forget to leave a little like on this video before we get into it because it's very helpful to me. I know you haven't watched the video yet, but like you probably know whether or not you're going to hate it. So if you don't hate it, just leave a like on it and that'd be great and I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're kind of new around here and you haven't subscribed yet, this is your little push, your little sign to go ahead and do so because I would love to have you here on this channel and I think you would enjoy it. And I think we have a lot of fun stuff coming down the line. We have a whole ass eye look to get through. We gotta swatch some stuff and I don't want to waste any time. So let's just Phil DeFranco this shit and just jump right into this video using everything from the Modern Love collection from Melt Cosmetics. Okay, I haven't even unboxed this collection yet. We are going to do the eyes first, but I wanted to open this with you guys on camera just to get the full experience, especially since this is not the PR box. I mean, it is technically, they're the same if I'm not mistaken, but I didn't get this in PR, I purchased it, so a lot of you guys will be having the same experience as I am when yours arrives. Also, I have to say that the $99 set for this was a really good deal. 4 lip glosses, 2 eyeliners, and a palette for $99. $99 is like never a small amount of money to spend on makeup, but for what you're getting, I think that's a really good deal. This is the inside of the box. There's a little info card here. Very cute, very cute. 2 gel liners, 4 glosses. These glosses, I am so excited to swatch them. I almost opened this and swatched them yesterday because I literally couldn't wait because these are crushed glitter glosses, so they almost look like flaky nail polish top coats, and I've never seen anything like that before. And of course, the Millennial PINX palette, which I feel like this palette is getting mixed reactions as far as the color story. A lot of people are like, eh, and other people are like, hell yeah. For me personally, normally like pinks like this would be an eh, but let me just open it for you guys to show you what I'm talking about in case you haven't somehow seen the inside of this. The reason for me that this is a hell yeah is because it is all of these soft pinks, but we have these cool tone dark shades to mix it with and even a cool tone shimmer, which I think makes it a hell of a lot more interesting. Also, I love this like faux pink studded like pyramid stud texture on this. Everything about this is like the best case scenario for like a pink collection to be cool in my opinion. So to start the look, I'm going to take my BH number 6 brush and I'm going to go into the shade Flamingo Dream. I'm going to put that through the highest portion of my crease. Start blending it toward the brow. If you don't find that to be flattering on your lid shape, I do that a lot. You don't have to always do that. You could round it off and do the exact same technique, but just round the edge. For me, a lot of the times I feel like winging out the end of the shadow kind of just like lifts my whole eye because like I have like a little bit of a saggy lid situation going on sometimes. Certain angles, you know what I mean? So far, that's nice. It goes on like a very soft pink, but it still packs a punch. I like it, I'm into it. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that same shade on that same brush and just sweep it up from the lash line to meet that as well. I'm gonna start like building out like a smoky wing on the outer part. I'm gonna take my Sigma E36. I'm gonna go into the shade Modern Love, also a matte, but a little bit of a deeper pink, almost like a mauve. By the way, for those of you keeping track, I did find my Sigma E36, but I also now purchased a backup so that if I lose it again, I'm not shit out of luck like I was last time. The amount that I felt like I was struggling with my makeup because I didn't have this brush is actually nuts. Also, I always forget to say this, but if you ever want to buy the Sigma brushes that I use, I do have a Sigma discount code. It's Quinn10. I like never push my codes, but just in case you want 10% off. I do get a commission on those, but like I never really think to say it. I'm gonna sweep that up from the outer corner, just like we did with the other shade, and then also bring it through the crease. Ooh. Ooh, that looks like, that's nicer than I expected it to be. That's like more distinct distinguishedly different than the other pink than I was expecting it to be, if that makes sense. I thought they were gonna blend together like a little bit too much. That actually deepens the crease quite a bit. All right, good. I'm gonna take that same Sigma E36 brush and I'm gonna go into the shade GF, which I assume means girlfriend and not gluten-free. And I'm gonna use that to smoke out this outer corner, just blending that color out into those pinks if I can. Let's hope I can. Starting from the outer corner of the lash line, I'm just kind of sweeping it up the way I would if I was doing a winged eyeliner. I'm only bringing that about halfway into the crease because I kind of want this to like fade out into the dark cool tone shades on like the outer corner, if that makes sense. I don't know what that's gonna look like in totality when we're done, but that's where my creative brain is at right at this moment in time. I'm actually going to take a clean Sigma E36 brush and go back into Modern Love and use that to just blend those together a little bit more softly, just to make sure we've got a nice blend going on. Ooh, these new E36 brushes are like so soft and that feels good. I'm gonna grab the first Sigma E36 again, and I'm gonna go into Euphoria, which is the darkest matte shade in here. It's not quite a black. It looks like kind of like an off black with also a little bit of a hint of navy. And I'm gonna use that just to deepen the crease area. I'm also gonna bring that all the way onto the inside here so that it gives us like a lot of definition when I cut this inner portion and add some other shimmers in a second. Those two matte shades gave me a bit of fallout, but we're gonna clean that up in a little bit. For now, I'm gonna take my concealer and a NABLA cut crease brush, and I'm gonna cut the inside corner so we can get a little bit of structure there. I wanna add some shimmers in there, and I wanna make sure those shimmers have their moment to shine, if you will. So I'm gonna grab this and sweep a cut through the inner corner. On a MAC 217 brush, I'm gonna go into the shade Mixed Emotions. I'm gonna start by putting that right here on the inner portion of that concealer. I'm gonna take the same brush and I'm gonna go into Ruby Spar, and I'm gonna put that over the rest of the area where that concealer is still bare. Ooh, that's pretty, I like that. And to blend that shimmer into those mattes on the outer corner, I'm going to go back into a little bit more of Modern Love. I'm just going to tap over that empty space and then back and forth over all those shades so that it blends. Okay, I want to take one of these gel liners and put them like along the top line, like from here toward the outer part, if that makes sense. So I'm going to probably use the silver one, which is called OK Boomer, which is really hilarious for this collection. But I also want to swatch this other one, Prissy, just to see what it looks like. These are very, very creamy. I've actually never used the Melt gel liners before, so I'm just going to do it on the back of my hand. This swatch is probably going to suck because I suck at swatching things on camera, but do my best. So that is what Prissy looks like. I feel like this color would be beautiful, actually, just kind of spread over the whole lid, almost like a cream shadow. That's going to be very pretty for that. You'll probably catch me wearing that just on like a regular day sometime this week. And I'm going to do the same thing with OK Boomer. This is very bright silver. It's almost like whitish. All right, let's put that on the back of the hand too. Why can't I do this good? How do people do this better? Spread it out a little bit so we can actually see it. And that is OK Boomer. Very bright silver. I'm going to try to take a detail brush and do a little bit of OK Boomer like right there. I think that'll be cool. This is actually a nail art brush. I use nail art brushes for small details a lot. They're cheap and they work really great for this. I might have to get closer to the mirror to do the detailing on this, but I want you guys to like get the idea first. But as far as that formula, that's really easy to use and so opaque for such a bright shade over a dark color. I'm pretty impressed. Okay, I concealed and I put some powder to catch any fallout. I avoided the direct under eye area, which I usually try to do so it doesn't interrupt our shadow. It also doesn't make our under eye lines look any more liney than they already are. I'm gonna start by going into Flamingo Dream. And I'm going to sweep that underneath and bring it all the way up to meet the little wing shape we did at the top, tippity tip top top. Bringing it really low because it's light pink. We could just slap it all on there and it's not going to be too crazy, you know? On the same MAC brush, I'm going to go into Modern Love again. Do the same things we did with the pink, just keep it a little bit more concentrated this time. Not going to go as hard. And I'm gonna go into GF again. This time I'm doing it on a NABLA lash line smudger brush, just so I can literally smudge it into the lower lash line. Bringing that about halfway, kind of tapering it so it's a little bit thinner toward the middle, and then bringing it up into that wing. And then just blending the edge of that with my Sigma E36. For the waterline, I want to do a glittery mid-tone pink. Only seems appropriate for this collection. So I'm going to grab Wild Side from the Urban Decay Sparkle Out Loud collection. For a little added touch of fun on the inner corner, I'm going to go into the silver shade Moon Glow on a pencil brush. I'm just going to tap that right in the inner corner. I'm not putting too much of that because I don't want it to take over the look. I just want to kind of add in a little bit of that cool tone on that area of the eye, since they're all like kind of concentrated on this part. Finished up my skin. I added House of Lashes Stella Luxe. I am on the brink of a Barbara moment. I can feel it happening, and I'm hoping so bad that it just like subsides on its own. Fingers crossed for me, please, please. I don't want to water off this pretty look that we just did. So what we have left in this collection are the 4 glosses. Now, they describe these glosses as crushed glitter glosses. I'll hold the darkest one up so you can see what I mean most easily, because you can see the glitter most easily in the darker shades, obviously. But the glitter in these glosses kind of looks like a flaky nail polish top coat, which is something I've never seen in a lip gloss before. So anything that's new and innovative in this little beauty community of ours always gets me excited. I don't know exactly what I'm going to pair with this look just yet, but I'm going to swatch each of these colors on bare lips in like a little swatch montage right now so that you guys can see what they look like on their own, and then perhaps I'll grab a liner and we'll create some sort of a combination to go along with this look.
Driving round with my baby, top drops and raindrops, motion got me all faded, my heart got me going all crazy, and I won't be walking away, yeah. New York in the sunshine, I'm a fool, yeah. I got love blind, and ooh, yeah. Got my heart out, and it's covered in gold, like moonlight over Hollywood, and it's cool, yeah, 'cause you know it's good, oh baby.
Finish the look, I decided to line my lips with the House Lip Pencil in the color Myth, and I went over the top of that with the gloss in the shade Johnny Rose. And this is the finished look. So after going through the whole collection, I definitely have some thoughts. Let's start with the palette. The palette itself is pretty much exactly what I expect out of a Melt Cosmetics palette quality-wise. The color story, to me, I don't really love light pinks, honestly. The whole millennial pink thing in general, like not just the name of this palette, but the idea of the color millennial pink, I never understood it because I always felt like, well, I'm a millennial and I really don't resonate with that color at all. But the combination of those mauve and pink tones with those bluish black and gray colors, I think is genius because it really makes like a modern updated take on that type of a pink color. That combined with the really nice quality of these shadows, I think it's great. Does that mean that they're absolutely flawlessly perfect? No, not exactly. I did notice that the color GF wasn't patchy when you applied it, but it was very easy to blend it away by accident while blending other colors in, and I did have to go in and touch it up once or twice to make sure that it still looked even. But it wasn't one of those impossible to use shades where you put it down and it gets patchy and then you can't make it even. It was very, very simple to fix it. Just happened to notice that I lost some of the coverage when I was blending the mauve shades back around the edges of it. The gel liners, I've never used the Melt Cosmetics gel liners before. They are so much more slippery and creamy than I was expecting them to be, which I'm gonna be honest, at first had me a little bit concerned, because a lot of times when a gel liner is that slippery and creamy, what that means is you're not gonna get a lot of coverage from it, but they are opaque as hell, and this silver went over the dark shades underneath it like it was nothing. I don't know how well they wear, but this did dry down very quickly and it didn't transfer at all, even though I put it pretty much directly in my crease, and I have very, not hooded eyes, but I have like my eye creases over itself at the top, if that makes sense. Which brings us to the glosses. Now, these glosses are so fun and so interesting, and conceptually, I freaking love them. I love them and I'm happy that I have them. But they have a couple of little teeny beeny baby small flaws that I'm going to just mention in case these are certain things that annoy you, because I know that these are specifically annoying to some people. The glitter in them, while it is unique and stunningly beautiful, you can definitely feel it a little bit on your lips because it's a little bit on the larger side. It's not making me uncomfortable right now, but if I rub my lips together, I can definitely feel the larger pieces of the crushed glitter in the gloss. Personally, that is not a deal breaker for me, and I will probably still wear this quite a bit because I think they're stunning. The way that the glitter is dispersed through the gloss, like unevenly, and like it's very celestial almost and like angelic looking, and I'm kind of living for it. I'm really hoping when I watch the footage of this back that you can actually see the effect of the glitter on the lips, because sometimes on camera it just doesn't pick these things up, but in person I think the effect is gorgeous. The other thing I noticed that on one or two, the first two shades I think, maybe just the second one, I don't recall, but the brush applicator, because it is a soft bristle brush applicator, one of them had some hairs on it that was a little bit splayed. I don't know if that's just a freak occurrence for the one that I picked up or if it is a common problem with these brushes, but I do know that that drives some people batshit insane. So I just wanted to mention that I did notice it. It didn't make it unusable. It wasn't like the whole thing was like completely like this or anything. It was just one or two little hairs, but it is worth noting if that's something that makes you unhappy with a gloss applicator. Those small flaws aside, I had a ton of fun playing with this stuff, and I'm looking forward to creating more looks with it in a future video, so stay tuned for that. I don't know if it will be the next video on this channel because I am anticipating another collection that you guys seem to be excited for coming in this week at some point, and I might do that one first, but there should be more looks, at least with the Millennial PINX palette, coming down the line. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, because it's very helpful to me. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the collection. Did you pick anything up? Did you pick up the palette, the glosses? I would love to hear it. Whatever the hell you're thinking, I want to know about it. Even if it has nothing to do with this collection. Tell me what your thoughts on turtles are, for all I care. If you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe, because literally I will take my time to discuss turtles with you in the comments. That's how much I like it when you guys stick around and chat and become part of this little channel community we've got going on here. Also, if you want to keep up with me between videos, I'm at Miss Quinface over on Instagram. I post on my stories a whole lot. I post close-ups of the makeup from this channel. Sometimes I do lip art over there. It's a good time and I would love to have you. I do believe that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this useful. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it entertained you. I hope it brightened your day just a tiny bit. I appreciate you taking the time to click on this video, and I will see you in the next one.